We're at the March for Life. Behind us is the podium. You see all the balloons over there, and we're thousands of people. I don't know how many today, but usually there's hundreds of thousands of people that come out, and we march for life, we stand for life, we speak for life. And what do you say about that? Why are you here?
Well, I'm so happy to be here with so many priests, seminarians, Catholics, but not just Catholics, I think Christians, and so many people that stand for life. I think it's the greatest gift we have, and God has given us His life and our life. So I think it's just beautiful to be here, to be witness to our faith and to witness to Christ before so many people, and especially here in the capital. So I think I'm very happy to be here and to be able to be here.
Great. Well, I forgot to do the introductions. Father Jacob and Albert. Albert's a longtime pro-lifer. We've walked the road together many times, different places. And why do we stand for life?
Why? Well, it's no doubt the most important issue of our day. People can talk about civil rights and, or any other different rights, but this is all about human rights. And when would human rights begin, if not at the beginning of human life? The beginning of when the child is developing in the womb. And so we are here to be the voice of the voiceless, those who cannot stand up for themselves, cannot defend themselves, and these little ones. Who of us here was not one of those little ones at one point in our own lifetime? So we're here to stand up for them and to say, let the children live. Let them be born, and take it from there.
There you go. And one of the things, one of our themes this year, we're talking about unity. We're talking about coming together, whether it's Protestants, Catholics, or any people who disagree on the life issues, because not everybody sees eye to eye. Some people believe you want to end abortion up to this point. Other people say, well, you got to go all the way. And what we're saying is, it doesn't matter where you stand, as a Catholic, as a Christian, of course, Catholics are Christians too, but as a Catholic, as a Protestant, or as someone who believes differently on the issues, we have to come together like this, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Pope Francis just said we are all children of God, and all starts there. Whether you're, a Jew or a Muslim or a Protestant or a Catholic, we are all children of God, and that's what we have to. That's the starting point. We have received our life from God, and that's the greatest gift. So, in order to start dialogue, we have to stand for life, for the family, for those important values that sustain the whole society. So I think that's
important. Now, what would you say to Christian leadership out there? Because there are many pastors, priests, there are many Christian leaders who they're afraid. They don't want to speak out about this because they're afraid they become unpopular, or they're afraid of maybe upsetting somebody. What do you say to those leaders out there that would encourage them to get involved?
Well, I think we need to speak out. We need to really be witnesses. We have to explain and to form our people and teach them, the value of life, the value of grace, the value of just following Christ, and that starts with life. So I think we really need to be able to speak, to explain, and to explain, the joy of life.
Yeah. And Albert, you got to move the sign out of your face there. And Albert, what do you think? You go to church, and what do you think about the leadership in your church? What could you say to encourage them? Because I know a lot of Catholic churches are pro-life, but not all of them really take this issue on head on. What do you think about that?
I've had a lot of thoughts about that lately, as a matter of fact, and the institutional church has a lot to say about life, and our holy fathers have had wonderful encyclicals, from Humanae Vitae to so many others. Pope John Paul II. All our church is 100% pro-life. But what I think needs to be done is, there are a number of people who go to Calvary every Saturday and sometimes other days of the week. And the modern day Calvary is the abortion mill, the local killing place. of where children are butchered in their wombs. And nearby, I might be there, we might be there trying to counsel women, trying to get women to turn around and choose life. And there might be 2 of us, or 4 of us, or 6 of us. And the question is, where is everyone who says they're pro-life if they're not at the very place where it's occurring, where a mere presence needs to be there, a prayer presence. The word martyr means witness, and we have to have a white martyrdom, a dying to self, and go out there and be there where the place where the children are going in and their lives are being ended at that very facility. And we need to have, I think, where we got to put our money where our mouth is too, and pregnancy centers need help. And I think there has to be, there's a second collection that's taken up in the church, and there's for different causes. And as I understand it, not a single one is for exclusively pro-life, and that should change. And there should be 2, 3, or 4 of those. And I think another thing is in the prayer petitions, especially concerning issues surrounding life, everything from euthanasia to contraception, that the Catholics who may be even there receiving Holy Communion in a state of mortal sin need to be aware of what some of the serious sins against life are, and that in our prayer petitions they be strong and loving and I have someone I know who said, they justified getting a sterilization, for example, because they said they never once in 50 plus years ever heard anyone in the church ever tell them it's wrong or say it from the pulpit or so.
The church has to speak out and be specific
on it, but if people aren't hearing it, well, they need to hear it.
Yeah.
And so anyway, these are just concerns, and
Well,
one of the things I've noticed, for example, in some parishes that I think is beautiful, in the prayers of the faithful, they pray a Hail Mary for the end of abortion every Sunday. And this is a witness, a reminder, how important life is.